Hi guys, so today we have got a let me just show you the polishes first and I'll tell you what we're doing. So these are the ones I'm going to be using for my little rainbow. So we've got Madam Glam, Lagoon and Love to Fiesta, Passion Nails Minion, and these 4 Beetles gel polish. You can see the numbers there. So what we're doing today is part of a manicure roulette challenge, and it's My Little Pony, so totally retro. So we're starting off with this white base, and if anybody isn't sure what manicure roulette is, it's where you can't decide what you want, so you let the deck of cards decide. So it does like embellishments, colour palette, theme, finish, shiny or matte. It's great, like so good. I think it's called like Dr. Prince Company or something like that. We were using the Nailed It by Chelsea retro pack. I don't know what it's called, but you would see it. So what I'm doing as the background is I want to do a rainbow ombre. So we're doing all the colours of the rainbow first. And I'm not curing it because I want to ombre it. I mean, you could do the first coat and cure it maybe just so you've got a good base. But I think with a good ombre, you want to be doing the ombre on both the layers. So we're just going in with those Madame Glam colours now. And then we've just got the Beetles gel polish ones to do. I'm not going to lie, it wasn't the easiest of ombres to do, but I really liked the effect it had in the end. Even though like the My Little Pony character takes up most of this nail anyway, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So there is all our base colours. So wipe off your brush. Now usually I would use an ombre brush, but for such a small, it wasn't going to work because ombre brushes are a bit too big to just do these little stripes, if you know what I mean. So I'm just sort of using a real thin detailer brush, and just going down in between the colours just to sort of blend them in. It's more sort of like blending than ombre maybe. So we're just going to do all the colours here. And then I definitely do, I'm sure I do a second coat. I'm sure, because it won't be much of a base, but I don't think I show you the second coat. So here it is, blended in all its beauty. And now we're going to use this Beetles gel polish, nice blue shade for the My Little Pony character. I don't know if it's called Rainbow Dash, I'm not sure. I didn't watch My Little Pony, but these definitely are the easiest characters I feel to do as nail art. That it didn't take me long at all compared to what some of my other characters have taken me. I think because they're quite simple shapes, so because they're quite spiky, so they're quite solid lines on all of it. It's not like, ugh. I hope I'm getting across what I mean. So I'm just going to fill all of it with that blue, even though there is going to be different. I think I was going to fill all of it, but then I was like, oh no, because the hair is rainbow. So like I would be making it harder for myself to go over the blue colour. So her face and her ears, they're all blue. And this fit on the nail really nicely as well. This isn't a very long nail compared to what I usually wear. So, like, for somebody wanting a short almond, it's almost a stiletto, maybe this one. This, like, is quite a good character to do because it doesn't take up all that much space. And there's still space above the head, if you can see. So we're using... I think I mixed that into the blue that I already had just to do the shading of the outside of... I'm sure she's called Rainbow Dash, but don't quote me on that. So we're just going on the outlines of where the hair, the mane, will be, and just the shading on the outsides of... Yeah. So just a little bit. And I have cured this, by the way, before I went in to do the shading, just because didn't want it to go... Like, I was quite happy with my first attempt at an outline. So we're just going in with that darker blue there. I think I'm probably mixing more when I'm off camera there. So just... Because rather than like a black outline, it worked way better, I think. It wasn't so harsh. I can't remember if I went through with a black outline in the end, but it seems just a little bit softer and still effective. So just put in a little smile. See, it's such like a simple, like not much to it at all. And then they've got really big eyes. But we're going to do the hair next. So it's also rainbow colours. So we're starting off with the Minions yellow. Then orange Beetles gel polish. Honestly, I really love this manicure roulette because, I mean, it's just so handy, isn't it? Especially if you've got clients, because a lot of people... There's so much choice these days. You sat there thinking, oh my God, I don't know what I want. So this makes it easy. You let the cards decide. So we've got the 3 colours in the top of her mane. And then I think it's blue and... Oh no, it is green as well. And blue and purple in the one that goes round her neck. And I'm not sure whether we might ombre this together as well, or whether it just might be solid lines. Like, I don't know if I blend this in or not. I may do, because it doesn't look like I've cured it. This was a really long time ago that I made this, but I didn't want to put it out until the next manicure roulette challenge was drawn. So I think I have cured that. And now we're going in with her eyes. So she's got one on the outside of the face from this side, just because of the way her face is. And then such a big eye in the middle of her little face. Oh, honestly, everything went like really well with this nail. I was very suspicious. You know, when you're like, why is everything going so right? And then I think we're going in, I'm not sure if we're going in with that blue, or I think we're outlining it with the black for this eye. I can't see the little recording boxes in the way. Yes, we're going in with the black just to outline the eye. Yeah, see, I spoke too soon, because you see that little bit under her eye? Like, where I've outlined black, because I felt her eye needed to be a bit smaller. I've got a little bit of white that I tried to touch up blue. Honestly, oh, what a faff that was. So we've got the black, and then I'm not sure why I've drawn it that way around. Because obviously the pupil, it's easier to draw after. So you draw your colour bit because she's got pretty purple eyes. And then you do your pupil after. But I suppose it doesn't really matter as long as it's easy for you. Hey, look, I was really pleased. And then I put white dots in her eyes, which I forgot to video. I'm very sorry, just for sort of like shine lights, flashlights. And then the finish was shiny for this set. So we are going to shiny top coat this with my urban graffiti top coat. She did work very, quite well in the end, I suppose, even with the little mishap. And there we have her. On to the next nail. So this one, I am doing a reflective cat eye magnetic polish base. And then we are going to do some stamping. Oh, if you watched my last video, not the last one, I think the one before that, the Ursula nails. Stamping with gel went very wrong, but this is just stamping with normal stamping polish, so it went fine. So we've done that Beetles gel colour base, and now we're going to go over with this, what's it called? Cat eye polish. Oh, I'm so hungry. I've got a massive mind blank today. So I don't know if we do one or two coats of this, probably 2, or maybe that's enough, I think. Just from side to side and top to bottom there. Yeah, we're going to do another coat just because it wasn't cat eye magnetic enough for me. Honestly, I feel like I'm so hungry. I'm rambling like a crazy person today, but whatever. Oh, I was trying to make it go and it just wasn't working for me today. It just was not working. Because I didn't want it like how I usually do it. I wanted it to be like a pattern, but whatever. I just give up in the end. So we're using your sugar nail plate, and we're going to use, I think we use that Good Night one in the end, that one in the middle, and we're using Born Pretty stamping polish, using that white shade, and my Moyu regular clear stamper. I don't know about you, but I always have to feel like everything needs to be ready when I'm stamping. You know, everything needs to be in place, because it feels like there's not enough time to really spend, before it gets ruined and doesn't stamp properly. So stamp, roll. And look, it worked really well. I don't want that Good Night bit at the bottom, so I do take that bit off. But I think I do take that bit off anyway. And then, just because they're quite thin lines, I just touch it up a little bit with the white. But I'm really pleased with that one. And of course, shiny top coat. Oh yeah, I think the embellishments on this one, it said pearls, and I've never stuck anything actually like a gemstone or pearl or whatever onto the nails before, so I was quite excited to do this set. Next nail we are starting off with this. I don't think you can see the number. This is part of the Coastal Twilight Beetles gel polish set. So that might be helpful for you. I'm sorry. And we're doing an ombre with that as well, which is also part of the Coastal set. A lot of the base shades of this set are from that Coastal Twilight set. It is a really pretty selection of colours. It is just my kind of colour palette. So see, this is the ombre brush I was talking about, which would not have worked with that first thumbnail. But see how easy it is to do an ombre with that brush. Oh. Now we're going over with that that I can't say. I don't know what polish that is. I just wanted a bit of a shimmer, because this is going to be a 3D nail. So I'm making it. Oh yeah, because the colour palette, oh, sorry, I keep forgetting. I wish I could find a picture. The colour palette was Under the Sea, so this was just perfect. But I also took Under the Sea as I wanted to do a shell. Is this a shell? Oh no, I think it's the next one that's a shell. This is just some nice, curly, elegant lines. Because I didn't know what to do for this one. So we're using Dali Artistic's white gel polish here. We're just doing little curls, little swirls. Yeah, more swirls, aren't they? Not curls. Oh, I told you, I'm hungry. I'm absolutely starving. So just small little movements with the brush. I'm using not my thinnest detailer brush, but it might have looked better if I'd used my thin detailer brush. Oh, I am using pearls on this nail though. So I think I decided to use the smallest one. And I'm using this nail rhinestone gel from Beetles Gel Polish, because I had no idea how to stick it to the nail. But I mean, this worked really well. And I'm going to use my silicone tool to help pick them up. They're really tiny, so they were just getting stuck all over me. I mean, look how small they are. But they were perfect size, really. So I'm just going to pop the glue on the nail, because I just wanted a few dotted round, that's all. Didn't want loads, but so you can see where I've put those little dots of rhinestone glue. I'm just using the silicone tool there to just pick it up and pop it on. Definitely, if you're working with small pearls or gems like this, you definitely need a tool of some sort. Don't try and do it with your fingers, because it will just get very frustrating very quickly. And just pop it on like so. And then we've got one more. So this is all uncured. And now we're going to cure it. And then the top coat, I don't go over the pearls, but go in between them. So shiny top coat. So we're just being careful not to go over them, but just sort of in between, so that it all gets cured nicely. It all stay on the nail. And there we have. So next nail, this is the shell nail. So this is also from the Coastal Twilight set. Turquoise is absolutely my colour. All the time, always, every day. So we're just doing 2 coats of this. And then we're using Builder Gel from Beetles Gel Polish as well. I mean, this was easy enough to use, but I would recommend the flubber that I used in that Ursula video, from CC, I don't know. But this did work really well, I'm not going to lie. So I'm just sort of putting it in 3 rows going to the middle, just to look like those typical shell nails you see all the time. Just making it as sort of 3D as I can without being too bulky. It did end up going a little bit wonky, but this was my first attempt, so I mean, Practice makes perfect. So then what we're going to do is go over with top coat. Now, because I want all of this to be chrome, I'm doing it all with no wipe top coat. So we're using the Urban Graffiti shiny no wipe top coat. Make sure you get it all. And then I'm using this Nikki Fairy Chrome Nail Stamping Queen. And I always find it easy to use an eyeshadow applicator for chrome. I definitely find this easiest. Oh, can't get into the damn thing. And then just pop a little bit on there and just wipe away. You don't need a lot, you really don't. It depends what sort of design you're doing, but you really don't need a lot. And then there we have the shiny shell base, which is also going to have a pearl on it. So now we're using the base coat to make sure that chrome layer doesn't come off. And because we want to stick some more on it, we want to stick the pearl on. So once we've cured that, I think I go for a bigger pearl this time. And then we're going to use that rhinestone gel glue thingamajig at the bottom there. Just one bigger pearl at the bottom of this one. So use the silicone tool again. And just pop it on. Now we've got the little shell, sort of like an oyster and its pearl, I suppose, was the kind of thing I was going for there. And we're going to put the shiny no wipe top coat on now. Make sure it goes all over, but not over the top of that pearl. Just round it, just get in the little bits round it. And there we have. It was a little bit wonky, the lines, but for my first try with that builder gel, I'm not complaining. And the last nail is going to be a rainbow chrome. So it's sort of like a pinwheel rainbow. So we're going round in little pie segments, a bit like Trivial Pursuit. So we're going to go around, then ombre them together. Well, blend them together really, I suppose, like we did with the thumbnail. And then we're going to put a chrome over it. So I'm hoping that I'll upload this video on the same day. I'm hoping it's going to be today, the same day I've done the voice note. Because then my plan is, I don't know if any of you have heard of mermay. I'm going to do some mermaid accent nails, I think. I'm not going to promise every day, but possibly a couple, maybe 3 times a week for the rest of May. Don't want to promise too much, but I mean, I love mermaids. So mermay was made for me. I usually do it on, like, drawing on my iPad on Procreate and to post my mermaids on Instagram. But I thought, I could just do mermaid nails this year instead. So we're just going to mix them together now. So I think I possibly cured the first coat and then I'm mixing them together on the second, just because they didn't seem all that opaque. Well, some of them, that yellow definitely didn't. I've done this voiceover over 2 days, and my husband wanted to order my birthday presents last night, so I've got more manicure roulette stuff coming my way. Honestly, it's just a load of nail stuff. I mean, I don't need anything else. I don't want anything else. So more nail stuff coming my way, and therefore coming yours. So nearly done now, and this is the last nail. So we're just blending now, not massively well. I don't know whether I didn't put enough on the second coat to blend that orange and red together, but the rest seems to go okay. Just need to make sure you remember to wipe your brush in between colour segments. Sort of a bit of a off-centre pinwheel rainbow, but I think it looks good in the end. I don't think I'd have my nails like this though. It's not for me. My Little Pony was never for me really though, so maybe if it was, it might be. Yeah, I think I did a little too much blending there, so I had to go back in with the navy colour. So just be careful when you're blending. So we're going to shiny top coat that now. No wipe top coat, so we can put the chrome on. And I think I'm using that fairy chrome again from Nail Stamping Queen. I'm just going to pop that all over the nail. I always hear Miss Jo's nail do that, and it makes me laugh every time. But it is the sort of noise you make when you put chrome on or put something really pretty on. So we're shiny top coating that. That can go in the lamp, and that is all the nails. All of the pretties. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give me a like and subscribe. So just up close there, my little fake hand. It didn't work very well, but it was okay. It was okay. But anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Look at this. See you later, guys. Bye.